What's up, everyone? This is Edric Snow, and once again, joining me today, we have the Clanking Dragon.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're officially back for season 3.
Today, we're going to be reviewing and sharing our thoughts on the first episode of House of the Dragon Season 3.
If you haven't done so already, make sure to check out our last episode where we give our predictions on the season overall.
All right, let's get into it. So, my initial thoughts after watching the episode was that this felt like what was supposed to be the season finale for last season. I mean, I thought the episode was good, but not great. Like there were some moments where I feel like they killed it. For example, the scenes with like Corlys and Alan in the Gullet. But then there were like also a few moments where I feel like they completely missed the mark. Specifically with Reyna.
Right.
And we'll get into that later. But yeah, that's pretty much where I stand.
Yeah, I mean, I like the episode, right? I don't think that it was, worthy of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes or like the 10 out of 10 that all these critics are giving it. I mean, I would probably say, it's a solid 8. It definitely didn't feel like an intro to me. Definitely felt like this episode 9. Yeah, right? So
like, that's what we should have gotten last season.
Yeah, bro. This is like the lost episode 9.
Yeah. But yeah, on that note, let's start things off in the Vale. So in the opening scene, we catch up with Reyna, who finally found Sheep Stealer, and after like a hard-fought effort and what felt like a roller coaster, Sheep Stealer offers up like some of his own leftovers to Reyna.
Disgusting.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, she was starving, but damn.
Yeah, I mean, if a dragon's offering you food, I mean, I think you have to eat it, right? Especially if you're trying to win its favor.
Especially in her position.
Yeah. No, but I mean, to be fair, I kind of liked how she claimed the dragon. I mean, there's not an exact science to doing it. In the books, Nettles kept bringing it like a freshly slaughtered sheep every day until it finally, warmed up to her. But in this case, it was actually the opposite for some reason.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that they like flipped it. So like Sheep Stealer was the one that offered Reyna the sheep.
Yeah.
And for the books, it was Nettles who offered him the sheep.
Right.
But yeah, they like flipped that, which I found that interesting because they scratched Nettles off the show entirely. So
yeah, no, I mean, again, I don't really have an issue with it. For me, it was giving shades of like when Dany was with Drogon in the Dothraki Sea, and she was like, "Hey, like, let's go home. Hey, you got to take me home." And he was just eating lazy. He would fly away, come back.
Yeah.
Like he was just doing whatever. And that kind of, that was exactly what Reyna went through. So like when she finally mounted him, he flew away. He kind of like Ubered her on top of a cliff, dropped her off and said, "Hey, be right back. I'm going to go get us some food."
Yeah, I'm going to go do my own thing.
Yeah. You chill here. I'll be back. Don't worry. So that was cool. I mean, it did remind me of Dany. So I like that scene. And let's talk about Sheep Stealer, bro. That's an ugly dragon, bro. They gave him that underbite.
He is ugly, but I'm not gonna lie, that's one of my favorite dragon designs, just because he looks so unique. That's also why I really like Caraxes, because he's like one of a kind. But yeah, Sheep Stealer has like that underbite, like he needs braces at this point.
He's like a little Frenchie. That shit looks hilarious.
But no, I think they did well with the design, and I like that each dragon has their own personality and their own different like.
Yeah, it has like not mud on it, but it has like these little like moles or like freckles.
It looks like a rusted car.
Yeah. Like it's still like badass and menacing. Like I see Sheep Stealer, I'm shitting bricks, right? Like
yeah, Reyna's brave for that one.
Yeah, like she really like, dude. Of all the dragons, you chose the wildest one to claim. I mean, at least you got him, right? But dude,
she basically said like this was all or nothing. Like all the dragons in Dragonstone, like they're not fucking with me, so it's either this one or nothing.
No, 100%. And it's like, I'm sure we're going to get to it later, right? But it's funny that you mentioned it in the last week's episode that they were going to go the route where, Reyna wasn't going to be able to control Sheep Stealer, and they did just that. So that really makes me believe that she's going to completely take over Nettle's storyline in the sense that she's going to be chilling with Daemon. Like she's going to be with her dad, and I'm sure he's going to try to teach her on how to get Sheep Stealer to like respect her and how she can, control her dragon better. Because even then in the books, like when Nettles leaves Daemon and like Sheep Stealer leaves for the last time, Caraxes lets out like the biggest scream. Like Caraxes and Sheep Stealer ended up becoming like, like they became close because they were together all the time. So I genuinely think that that's the way they're going to take Reyna's story, but I'm sure we'll get, more into it later on in the pod. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because Yeah, she's definitely gonna take over Nettles.
Yeah, and I think her character kind of needs that because even from like a young age, she felt like Damon rejected her because Bela obviously like she claimed the dragon and she never had one.
hmm
So I feel like they'll have like that much needed like father-daughter time,
hmm
and that'll probably build up to Damon's arc as well. I mean, he did a lot of progression last season, but
hmm
probably like the last bit that he needs because we haven't really seen him be too much of a father to his daughters, like
Yeah,
at all.
not
Like how
really.
many scenes do they really have?
Yeah, like I think he was like teaching Bela how to read Valyrian like back when they were in Pentos in season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't
But
see
even
too much
last
of him.
season when Damon was on his way out, when Rhaenyra was like, "I
Oh
can't trust
yes.
you," and Bela's like, "Father," and he just like ignores her and
He
walks
didn't even say
away.
a word. He just walked right past you. He's like, I'm going to fucking Harrenhal,
He's
bro.
like, "I'm
Get
out,
me
bro."
out of here.
But yeah, I'm glad that they like you were saying they got a little bit creative and found different ways to show how the dragons can be claimed
hmm
because it would have been pretty boring if everyone ended up claiming the dragon the same way, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's not a science. I mean, it kind of reminded me a little bit of when Aemond was claiming Vagar, where as soon as he touched her, her neck snapped back and looked at him like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" Right? But Sheep
Yeah.
Stealer like let her ride. It kind of looked like he was trying to get her off of him in the beginning, but then
Yeah,
he
I
just
think she
dove
won.
down.
Yeah, I think she won his respect by not falling off, and
Yeah,
then like
not
you were
letting
saying, he
go.
came back. Yeah, he came back with the food and was like, "Do you fuck with me or?"
Yeah, he's like, here's your food, here's your food. But yeah, dude, and they're in the Vale, bro. The Eerie is insane. He's probably doing donuts in
Yeah,
the air, and like they're
that
not
was the
even anywhere
worst
near. Yeah,
place to
like
do all those gymnastics.
yeah, because if Reina falls, like that's it. I mean, I feel like if she falls anywhere, she's dead. But like specifically in the Vale, like you're dead, dead. You
Oh
know?
yeah, no, she's done for.
Yeah. But as far as the next battle, right, which they pulled the same thing that they did in season 2 with the Battle of the Burning Mill, which already upset me, right, because I wanted more
Yeah,
Blackwood and Brackenlore, but now they did it with the fucking Battle of the Red Fork and the Fish Feed. So I already had that kind of premonition that those two battles were gonna get combined, but I didn't think they
hmm
were gonna get like off screened like that. But
yeah,
basically, all we see is the battlefield. We see Caraxes out there. We see Damon, smoking Lannister soldiers like it's nothing. And then the Winter Wolves show up, right? So,
mhm.
I mean, I thought it was cool. That one line that Roddy the Ruin said, that was like, "Oh, we came to die for the Dragon Queen," and then they throw Jason Lannister's head at him. Like that was a very badass Viking moment. But
Mhm.
like, why did they off screen it? Like, I don't get it.
Do you think Ryan Kondo hates the North, or because like
I think right
first
now,
we got skimped out on Cregan Stark and Jace's arc in the North like last season, and now we miss out on the battle by the lakeshore.
Mhm.
Which I mean, don't get me wrong. Hopefully, emphasis on hopefully, Roderick Dustin and his Greybeards they'll have their
Mhm.
time to shine. But this was like one of their big moments in the books,
Mhm.
and I guess Ryan didn't think it was important enough, or maybe he didn't feel like he had enough time to adapt it in the show. But
Mhm.
yeah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Ryan Kondo hates the North. I think Ryan Kondo hates me because what the fuck, dude? Like, how are you gonna keep? How does he keep getting away
Yeah,
with
bro.
this? These are crucial
Yeah, he is not
battles.
Team Stark at
No,
all.
not at all. But even then, like, yes, you gave them. I guess you could say you gave them a badass entrance, right? Like, it is badass how they came out, but we didn't get to see
Mhm.
them fight. You off screened everything. I don't know, man. I was not a big fan of that Riverlands part. Like but Damon spent all of season 2 winning the Rivermen to his side so that he could fight the Lannisters, right?
Yeah,
And
this is
like,
gonna be like the Riverlands moment. Like this
dude,
was gonna be the peak for the
he's
Riverlands. Like they
he
had
gave
so
us
many cool moments lined up.
yeah, they brought out lions at the end of season 2 and then you don't show the lions. All you show is a dude cutting its head off when it's already dead.
It's funny because like you were saying on our last episode, we were talking about them potentially merging both battles because they will probably be short on time,
Mhm.
but they ended up just not showing any of them. So it's
Dude.
like we were thinking about, damn, maybe they might merge them, but it might end up still being like cool to see. But now we didn't get any
We
of them,
got nothing,
which
dude.
I feel like they also took away like a much needed victory for the Greens. And
Yeah.
I think it would have been good to see the Greens, get that victory at the Red Fort and
Hmm.
then show us the battle by the lakeshore after.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now the Greens aren't doing shit. Like, you got Kristen Cole just chilling out there painting his sigil on a shield. And you have Gawain Hightower, of all people, being the voice of reason. He was like, yo, like, we're knights, we're not savages. And Kristen Cole on his nihilistic bullshit of, oh, we're all turned into savages, nothing matters, life is
Now he
meaningless.
now he's not only Socrates now he's Leonardo da Vinci because he's
Yeah,
supreme.
bro. Come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? And then he cooked them because he's like, oh, that like Gawain was like, that only happens if you forget your principles. And then that's it. That's a 10-second the scene that Kristen Cole gets, and then he couldn't say anything after that because Gawain cooked his ass.
Yeah.
That's
All right, but in any case, let's move on to Aegon and Laris. So they seem to be near Rook's Rest, and we can see that Aegon is still in pain and that he's down, but he's not like completely out yet,
Mhm.
right? Because when they get stopped, they're asked to bend the knee for Rhaenyra, and he has a hard time doing so. Like he still has that pride in him.
Mhm.
But then Laris ends up blowing their cover because it seems like they had no other choice.
Mhm.
And they were like a few moments away from getting their head chopped off, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, like where do you see their arc going from here?
Bro, the dynamic duo. I thought that was hilarious. Dude, I know. Look, I know Aegon the Second is a piece of shit, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm rooting for him, but it's just that Tom Glenn Carney is such a good actor that he makes Aegon like it's just funny. Like, he just it makes me laugh seeing him on screen. He's such a good actor. You would think that this guy is out here like, dude, my protectors are crippled, my life sucks, like this guy's all dooming. And then when they're like, oh yeah, all you have to do is bend the knee to get through, and he's like, no, and then he spits and he's like, fuck you. And like I was like, damn, all right, you still got some
Yeah,
fight in
like he's
you. But as far as like where their arc is going, I first of all, I did not see Laris just automatically blowing their cover. I thought that caught
yeah,
me
that
off
was
guard.
crazy. I thought if anything, that would be something that would happen later on in the season, but to
Hmm.
start off the arc like that was interesting.
Yeah, I was like, damn, all right, I guess we're in a rush here. But they said that, the nearest dock is Duskendale, so they're gonna go straight over there. And, in the books, they do get smuggled into Dragonstone and by some sailors,
Mhm.
and these sailors talk about the rumors of the dragons and just a couple of rumors in general. So I feel like this is gonna be some like mystery adventure for them where they're gonna be looking for clues to find Sunfire until they finally find them. So I think
Mhm.
they're going to be traversing. I don't think they're going to make it to Essos. I think they're going to be hiding from the blacks right under their noses near Dragonstone,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I think he's going to find, like, they're going to do whatever they can to find Sunfire, and then they'll go to Dragonstone after that.
I was actually a little bit surprised to see them get captured so soon
Hmm.
because now, like, obviously something has to happen for them to like either escape or be released. But I want to see what you think about this. I thought about this earlier. So I think this might end up a little bit like Tyrion in season one when he was Catelyn's hostage.
Okay.
It might be a case of where something happens on the road. Maybe
Hmm.
they get ambushed by bandits, or maybe Laris manages to like convince one of the people to help them escape by like offering him a lordship, kind of like Shades of Braun or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, like you said, I think this eventually leads to some type of resolution or like some type of closure with Sunfire.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think I'm interested to see where they take this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna be good no matter what. Like, I think it'll be funny to see them, kind of traverse through the Crown Lands and traverse through, Westeros while they're like the most wanted man on the fucking planet is with
No,
them, and
literally.
he has the blonde hair and he's burnt. Like, who's gonna, like, there's no way he can get away with that. So yeah, I do think that somewhere along the road, like, how Laris has that order of fireflies or whatever that burnt down
Yeah.
like his brother and his father. I
Oh,
feel
that's
like,
right. I actually forgot about that.
yeah, I feel like that, like, bro, his goons are somewhere out there
Might
and
come
they're
into
gonna come
play.
through. Yeah, they'll
He's
come
just trying
through
to
and
link
save
up with
him.
them. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I
Yeah,
like that.
that could they could go that route, or not, or maybe they come across one of those sailors and bribe him and be like, hey, this is the king, dude. If you get him to his dragon, or if you get us a Dragonstone, like, you're gonna be the richest lord in the world or whatever, and his eyes will light up.
Yeah. And I actually think Aegon would follow through with that. I mean, he made his boys members of the Kingsguard. You think
Yo,
if someone If someone saves his life, you don't think he'll offer up some castle somewhere?
Dude, and what's funny that you say that. It's the whole Kingsguard shit was like, hey, like we're gonna go take out some new guy to the brothel so he could lose his virginity because that's what they used to do for fun. And then he's like, no, but you guys are Kingsguard now. You're swore to be Chase. And then everybody just starts laughing.
Bro.
Yeah, bro, good one, good one. And then he's like, yeah, I guess you're right. These vows don't mean shit. Let's get it.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as Aegon goes, I don't think he's broken yet. He's definitely going through it right now, especially since he doesn't have like any milk of the poppy. But
the drugs.
Clear that his will is still there, and he's determined to get revenge on Aemond. Which good luck with that one, but I respect it. Yeah, but speaking of Aemond, so with Aegon officially MIA, chill has been lost. Fucks are no longer given. Aemond is on demon time. There's
kissing
no one
his
left
mom and shit.
Yeah, there's no one left from preventing him from doing whatever he wants. He's sitting on the throne. He's willing to chop heads off and ask questions later. Like, and he's reached a new level of mommy issues.
Yeah.
So, what were your thoughts after seeing that scene?
Well, that was so disturbing, dude. I remember I was watching it and like I just saw them like they were lingering there for too long, and I was like, oh, this is a strangely long shot.
It was gonna be like a peck.
Yeah, not even a peck. Like I didn't even, dude, that thought never even crossed my mind that he would kiss his mother. And then I just see him moving closer and closer, like this guy's in a fucking rom-com trying to kiss his mom. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like that shit was gross, bro. Like maybe he, since he's a Targaryen, the line between family and lovers is pretty blurred. And shout out to Alicent, bro, because she's a champ for putting up that front just to manipulate him. And she accepted that kiss just to get him out of the fucking city. Because, dude, what was that? And then, like, imagine you're Orwell and you just wake up in the middle of the night and they just throw you on the fucking chopping block. Like, yo.
Yeah, that was crazy. He's literally the judge, the jury, and the executioner.
Yeah, dude. Iron Rod saved his life.
Literally, he was about to get his head chopped off for real.
Yeah, but no, like you said, this is new level of, like, mommy issues. Like, he's insane.
I mean, my immediate takeaway is that he's full-blown psychopath at this point, and I feel like he was probably trying to assert like some dominance over Alicent by making her uncomfortable. Because I don't think he's actually attracted to her in that way. I just think he was trying to prove the point that she has no control over him. And he like managed to get that message across like in the weirdest way possible.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how he. I don't know how he thought that was a good idea. But.
Ironically, Alicent managed to get what she wanted out of that conversation.
She fed him everything that he wanted to hear, right? You should have been king. Your brother's weak. You should have been born first. No, we wouldn't be here if you were king, right? And then he was like, yeah.
The one thing that worked, in my opinion, was when she said, you could smoke Daemon right now. Like
100%.
That's when he was like, oh.
He's like, wait, you're right. I can smoke Daemon. I got Vhagar. I could do anything. If I can do that, then I'm really him. So yeah, I do think that's what it was that finally pushed him over the edge to be like, hey, because that's when he's like, oh yeah, and Harrenhal will throw a feast in your honor with my uncle's head looking down or whatever. Yeah. The shout out to Alicent because she actually went through with it and committed to something for once. Right. Every season, it's been her kind of pussyfooting her decisions and then regretting them later. And then I don't know. This time she's like, no, I need to get you the fuck out of here one way or another. She's out here sending letters to Ormond under Aemon's name.
She's sabotaging her own crew, like
her children, dude. Like that's crazy.
Her brother, her cousin,
her whole family. So it's like, okay, well, we're committing to something at least. So I'll take it.
Yeah,
but I think she really thinks she's gonna be free with like Helena and Jaehaera after this, which she's gonna be in for a rude awakening. But we'll see.
Yeah, I was hoping that Alicent would have some reservations or maybe even like a last minute change of heart, but unfortunately, she doubled down on that deal, and to the point where she's doing whatever it takes to hold up her end of the bargain.
Whatever it takes.
You absolutely hate to see it, and I really do wish it were different, but here we are. I feel like we've beaten this horse already, so let's just move on to the next topic.
But anyway, speaking of Alicent's family, right? We have the Hightowers. We have Ormond and that that fine-looking serving boy behind them. That doesn't even get mentioned. He doesn't get introduced. He doesn't even get a fucking line. We finally meet Daeron, and they don't do anything with him. And then Ormond's a fucking weirdo, or maybe like, you know, the guy that was the messenger that brought him the letter from Alicent must have smelled like shit, because this guy pulled out like a sniffing glue or something, or like a perfume, or if it's not that, it's drugs, right?
No, I think it's drugs.
Yeah,
something we haven't heard of before in Westeros,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's something.
The sniff of the poppy or something.
Yeah, I mean, I thought his introduction was intriguing. I mean, he seems like a serious dude. Like, aside from the addiction to whatever that is, it looks like he has everything in order. And more importantly, he's armed to the teeth. He has the strength behind him. Like, he has a formidable host.
Yeah. You know, he's just like really smug, right? Like that's, I mean, obviously, you know, he's not supposed to be a likable guy, right? If you're Team Black, which I am, but he's not likable. So I already think this guy's a fucking dickhead. So that means the actor's doing a great job.
I hope we will see a lot of scenes with him, especially like as the season kind of matures. We'll see a lot more of him. And now I'm excited to see what he has in store for us. And as far as Daeron, I think it's clear that the show wants to hide him for now, because, you know, they have him like blurred, like we barely see like a clear shot of his face. But one thing I am interested in is whether they dyed his hair red or if that's his natural hair color.
Yeah. So,
like, do you think they dyed his hair to hide his identity on purpose, or is that just because Alicent? He basically has Alicent's hair.
Yeah, I hope
has like that red brown.
Yeah, I hope they dyed it, because then they're like, bro, you don't need to go out of your way and change his hair color to prove that this son is not like the others, like that he's a Hightower and not a Targaryen. Like you didn't have to change his hair to make that point come through. He could have had silver hair and he still would have been different. But I don't know.
I'm sure the at least maybe the higher ups in Ormond's camp know, or most people know, that there is a Targaryen in the camp, because I mean there's a dragon, and
yeah, for sure.
Just don't have a pet dragon without a Targaryen, you know?
Yeah, which leads me to believe that's not dyed hair, and then he actually does have like that auburn looking hair. So I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty upset about the whole Daeron thing. Like, we finally see him and you guys are like, he doesn't even get a single word in. I guess maybe they want to make him look like a timid little squire, so that when his whole Daeron the Daring Act happens, like, it's more glorious, I guess, since nobody really
coming of age moment.
Yeah, maybe like his, you know, like coming out of his shell. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. And also another thing about Ormond before, you know, we move on. Ormond made a comment that was like, "Oh, Aegon must be dead. One king is as good as another." I don't think he gives a fuck about his family. I think, or not his family, but like who rules the kingdom, as long as the Hightowers are benefiting from it. So.
I mean, for him, it doesn't really make a difference, you know?
Yeah, like, I know, but
he's in Old Town. His family, you know, his family's on the throne. Aemon, Aegon, Daeron. Like,
yeah, who cares?
It really doesn't matter to him.
One of you guys got to rule so that I can keep just doing whatever I want, right? Like, that's the way he probably sees it. That's a very
That's probably how they were raised to see things. Because I mean, Otto probably sees it the same way, and probably Ormond's father as well. Which I think is still Hobart. I don't.
Yeah, it's Hobart, but I think Hobart is already dead. I think Ormond is already like Lord Hightower. So
probably, but yeah, I think that's just how they see things.
Yeah,
type of thing.
I don't know. That was weird. And we see his Valyrian steel sword, but we also see Bold John Roxton. He also has a Valyrian steel sword, or Orphan Maker. And he's going to be important in the whole Tumbleton.
He's the one that checked the dude with the message, right? He's like, hold up.
Exactly. Yeah, that guy's like a hothead. So he's going to be interesting in the season. So it'll be funny. It's like his lackey.
Do you think Ormond found something suspect with the letter, or do you think he's like fully on board?
No, like, I don't think he even doubts it, dude. I don't think he gives a fuck. He's just like, yeah, this is like, dude, he has so many men with him that he probably feels super safe and he's super chilling. Like,
and he has a dragon.
Yeah, he's like, oh, hopefully the weather holds up, you know, like just open up a tent and we're just going to chill here for 3 days. So, yeah, I don't think he cares. So, yeah, moving on. Let's move on to the dragon seeds, right? I believe that they're in the Isle of Faces, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it looks like, since they're like right off the coast. You know, not off the coast, but you know, right off the lake near
and the Green Man was right there.
And the Green Man was there, and then that black goat again with that, like that's like Alice's posse, right? When you see the Green Man and you see that goat, like she's there, you know?
Those are her boys.
Yeah, but dude, like I don't know about you, but for me, that whole scene, it felt like something right out of Scooby Doo, right? Like this Off White was like Shaggy. He was like anything was like scaring. He was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like he was trying to take a shit, and he saw that the goat, and he just ran for his life. And then when Alice is like, "Oh, I'm a witch," he's like, "Oh yeah, it's been nice knowing you guys. I'm getting the fuck out of here." Like that was very like Scooby Doo moment for me. I liked it.
Yeah, I like that they kept like the vibe in and around Harrenhal, where it's like eerie, it's creepy, it's dark, it's misty. You know, because that's what it's supposed to feel like.
Yeah, yeah. No, I do like that. I mean, it's damp too. Like you could tell.
Yeah, it's probably not fun. Like
hell no, that guy's miserable. Around
Harrenhal.
Yeah, you got Ulf reliving past trauma just to not think about that he's there near Harrenhal. But I thought it was interesting that it was a red priest that told him he had king's blood. I mean, aside, apart from sexually abusing him, because it's always these damn red priests on fucking demon time. Like they can't just chill out.
Yeah, like with Varys.
Yeah, it reminded me of like the Varys story, except like I don't know, it was unsettling to see it, and that part was yeah, it made me feel bad for him, but then it was also funny when he's like, well, at least the castle I get will make it worth it, right?
And Adam's like,
castle?
Who's gonna tell him?
Brother, you get a horse. He's like, what do I need a horse? I got a fucking dragon.
I hate that it had to be me, but all you're getting is a title and a horse.
You can't live in a title.
And the Sir Oath.
No, people have to respect you. It's like, people have to respect me because of the fucking dragon.
He's got a point.
Yeah. No, but I like that. And I also like, they're already kind of like setting the scene with the dragon seeds. Like you can tell Adam is like very loyal, right? He's like, no, the queen said this is what we're doing. Ulf is like, nah, fuck this. And you see Hugh is kind of like in the middle, but he's like, like he can be swayed either way.
Silent but deadly type of vibe.
Yeah. So interesting to see how they're doing that. I thought it was weird that they weren't at the Battle of the Gullet like they were supposed to be, and they were just kind of camping out for Aemond.
I mean, I think that's a consequence of, or a result of the deal that Alicent made with Rhaenyra, because remember Alicent was like, oh, Aemond's going to be in the Riverlands in 3 days' time or something like that. And it would have also been, or it would have also ended up being the perfect trap, because between them three, they would have been able to take down Vhagar,
Yeah, and also like for Team Black, like their deaths aren't really of any consequence. Like we don't know these people. Like we don't care. You got three bastards on like dragons. Throwaways. Yeah, like 3 bastards die. Whatever. They killed Vhagar at least. Since
they're relatively new at being dragon riders, I don't think it would have been easy either. Like to take down Vhagar.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad it's a 3v1, and Vermithor and Silverwing are not really strangers.
It is a 3v1, but I could easily picture Ulf being a little bit too confident, and then one shot within 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden it's 2v1.
Yeah, that could happen.
Or something like that. And then Sea Smoke is not the biggest dragon.
Right.
So I think it would have still been, she would have taken down 1 or 2 of them. Like, she would have ended up dying, but they would have taken down 2 of them.
Yeah, it could have been, it could have ended up that way. But Vermithor is huge too. Like
Vermithor is huge.
Yeah, so like I would say that in a 3v1, Vhagar is getting smoked for sure, but she probably takes 1 or 2 down with him. I don't know, but how did you feel about Alice kind of just showing up and talking to them, be like, hey, yeah, you guys got to go. The war is happening in Dragonstone. You guys are late,
I think this is just her trying to kind of keep pulling the strings behind the scenes. Because like, obviously she did that with Daemon. Like she kind of drugged him and influenced him to the point where he had to come to that realization, kind of to like make things go down a certain way. So I think she's still playing that same game. Like that's her game.
Yeah. And she also wants, Aemond all to herself when he arrives to Harrenhal. So she doesn't want these people, kind of intercepting her plans or like fucking with whatever she has going on. She's like, yeah, you guys got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it could be that too.
Yeah.
On that note, let's move on to Dragonstone. So at Dragonstone, Rhaenyra is revealing the deal that she made with Alicent, like to the rest of her council.
Mhm.
And just like the rest of us, Jace isn't trying to hear any of it. But Rhaenyra just can't bring herself to betray Alicent's word.
Mhm.
So then Bela eventually arrives with urgent news, and it's that the Triarchy are on their way to the Gullet, and with the size of their fleet, Corlys is going to need some support. So Rhaenyra tries to go herself, but she gets trapped in her room by Jace, who decides to fly to the battle with Bela. But yeah, how do you feel about the start of Rhaenyra's arc this season?
Well, it's funny, bro. Jace literally sent his mom, the queen, to her room without supper, right? And I could tell you
Yeah, you're in
with
timeout.
yeah, she's on timeout, but I can tell you with
You're not
100.
going out with your friends today.
Yeah, stay here. No is no. You're not going anywhere. But I can say with 100% certainty that Sir Laurent is cooked next episode. Like he's dying. Like I don't know
You
if
think
she,
so?
yeah, if she doesn't feed him to Cyrax, he's getting beheaded. Because if Rhaenyra was the king, let's say if it was Daemon ruling, nobody's locking his ass up. He's getting on Caraxes
Yeah,
and he's
that is
going
true.
out there, right? So that's why
Yeah,
Rhaenyra
not Sir
has the.
Lawrence.
Yeah, no, Sir Laurent is cooked. How
He pulled
dare
up in
he?
his underwear to protect Rhaenyra and everything, and now he's
Yeah.
getting smoked.
I mean, bro, he might not, but I feel like she's gonna have so much rage, and she lost her
Nah,
son
yeah, I
that
feel you.
he's gone, dude. And if she doesn't kill him, okay, fine, you got lucky, buddy. But I think he's gone, right? And that's why Rhaenyra's the whole time in there, like, oh, like I had the feeble body of a woman, but the temperament of a king.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it was Daemon, nobody would have stopped him. He would have been able to go out there
Oh no, yeah,
and get
for
it
sure.
done, right?
Nobody would have told them no.
Yeah, so like it sucks because like Rhaenyra keeps getting sidelined and she just
If
wants
you
to do
flip,
something.
yeah, if you flip the roles and Damon got locked in the room, then Sir Laurent is definitely losing his head
Oh, he's
in the
dead.
next episode.
Yeah,
But since it's Rhaenyra, maybe it's like a 50-50. I'm not sure if she's at that point yet.
bro, Daemon might try to climb out the window and like, kind of like rock climb the building of Dragonstone and find a way.
Damon would have carved a hole through the mountain to fucking kill Sir Laurent at that point.
Yeah, straight up. So yeah, I mean, I do think Sir Laurent is dead, like cooked. Like good luck, brother. But yeah, I mean, we know that we knew what was gonna happen. We knew Jace was gonna go out there and kind of die. Like that was already, that was written.
Yeah.
So I guess
I mean,
it's the only way to keep Rhaenyra at bay, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't the biggest fan of Rhaenyra in this episode because, like, aside from the deal she made with Alicent, I feel like she's kind of in the same place she was last season with Jace, where she just can't bring herself to believe in him. And I know that comes from a position of like being a mother and being overprotective of her son, but it just felt like very played out. And I would have liked it a lot better if Jace would have flown into the battle knowing that Rhaenyra trusted him to get the job done.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it would have gave him so much more confidence, and it would have made the scene that much more tragic. Because then in the end, Rhaenyra would have finally let the leash go, just to find out that she was right to never let him go in the first place.
Yeah, that would have hit home more. I agree, especially like it's like you said, this whole no, Jace, you can't do anything. You have to stay here.
Yeah,
and do
this is like
nothing.
the third or fourth time that she's done that to him, and it's just like, damn, Jace has potential. Like he's competent. Like he's young. He might be a little bit like quick to temper, or like he might make some bad decisions, but give him a little leeway here. Like,
yo, he got you guys the phrase. He was the one that got the crossing for the Northmen.
He got the veil. He got the phrase.
Yeah, Jace was putting in work.
It was kind of his idea for the Dragon Seas too. So
yeah, I do think you're right. It would have hit better if she finally said, you know what, yeah, Jace, go ahead, fight the battle for me.
Like put me in that writing room. What is Sarah Hess telling Ryan Condal? Like,
dude, that they hate us. That's what they're saying, dude. They don't like us. They're just trying to cook their own thing. They kind of forgot, they kind of, how was it? Danny kind of forgot that the ships were there, or they kind of forgot about the Greyjoys.
Oh, bro, don't even remind me.
Yeah, they kind of forgot about Aegon and Viserys. I'll get there soon. don't worry, I'll get there. So let's move on to the Gullet, right? And this is what I mean by I'll get there. This is what saved the episode, in my opinion. The battle was choreographed beautifully. The cinematography, beautiful. Everything was amazing, right? Corlys and Alan.
The entire naval battle sequence was fun to see.
Yeah, and not only that, like you could just see that like Corlys really runs shit, right? Like when you put him on top of a ship, that's it. He's in his element. And like you can see like people respect him.
Bro, the sea snake. Who would have
Yeah,
thought
I
that
know,
he'd be
right?
good?
He's literally showing his worth
In
right
the
there. Like, and then like him and Alan, like he was really trying to like mend, and like he's a proud guy. Like when he saw Adam get a dragon, he's like, "Hey, bro, good job," and that's it. Like just walked away, you know. So like he's starting to realize, like, "Hey, damn! Like my two bastard sons are actually fucking beasts. They're more like me than my real fucking children, right?" So,
Yeah.
you know, and he tries to mend it. He gives him like, you know, Ibani's dragon water. I thought that was
And
super
he's the
funny.
first mate too.
Right. And he took over when Corlys was like gawking at his castle being burnt to the ground and he couldn't move. Alan stepped
He
up.
took over, yeah.
Alan stepped up, and Alan
like,
was the one
"Dad, I
that
got
killed
you."
Lohar. So, you know, he saw and see right
And-
there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but in the towards the end where the ship gets rocked and Corlys gets thrown overboard,
Yeah.
and Alan is like, "Father,
Father,
like, he cares.
yes.
Like,
yes.
he has he has his feelings about the way things went down, like throughout his childhood and growing up, but I think he's seen that Corlys is trying to like form a relationship with him and like finally be a father, and I think it hit him like, yo, like in a life or death situation, like that's my dad. I gotta watch out for him. Like I gotta kill this lady for him. Like
No, was it that they
like,
called her bitch fist or bitch? Yeah, bitch fist.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like the name of that ship. That it's a little out there, but
yeah,
I think it fits her personality.
Yeah, no, and I thought it was cool when Corlys was like, "Oh, who is it? The Greyjoys or the Lannisters?" And then it's like the Triarchy, and he's like, "Oh shit," like that's not what he expected. Yeah, he's like, "Bring the armor, shit's about to go down now for real."
Yeah, I really liked, like you were saying, Corlys' portrayal, like throughout the battle, and he looked like someone who's been there before. And I think it all came together when this was actually like my favorite moment of the episode, where the helmsman was like sweating bullets trying to get through the pass, and Corlys was like, "Bro, let me drive. I got this."
Yeah.
Like
he got a steady hand,
worry.
bro. He got the steady hand. He got them through it. You even saw how impressed Alan was. He's like, "Damn, this guy is the real deal," But then Lohar was able to do it, and for some fucking reason pushed Tylan Lannister overboard. Like, you think he's dead or not? Because, dude, Tylan is supposed to play an important role in the aftermath of the dance. So, are they just gonna kill him?
Logic would say yes, but I hate to bring up season 8, or no, it was actually season 7 of Game of Thrones, where Jaime thinks he's gonna be the hero and he's gonna kill Daenerys, and then Bronn comes in last minute to save him from getting burnt, and they kind of get pushed into either like a lake or in the ocean. I don't remember what. And then you see Jaime sinking with a full set of armor, and then Bronn pulls him out in the next episode.
Yeah.
So it might be something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. And like here's the thing, right? My biggest disappointment with the Battle of the Gullet was the absence of Aegon and Viserys, right? Because like,
they didn't even mention them.
They didn't even get mentioned.
They don't exist right now.
What is that? What do you mean in the books? For everybody that doesn't know, who hasn't read the books, Daemon and Rhaenyra's two youngest sons, Aegon and Viserys, they got put on a ship, and they're supposed to be going to Pentos, right? And that ship is supposed to get caught off by the Triarchy on their way up, and then Aegon flies away on an injured baby dragon Stormcloud. And Viserys gets captured.
Dragonstone.
Yeah. He, Aegon flies to Dragonstone, and on an injured dragon, that little baby dragon ends up dying when he gets back to Dragonstone, and we don't see any of that. So,
and it's kind of implied also that one of the reasons why Jace pulled up like armed to the teeth with all the dragon seeds was to save Viserys. At least that's kind of how I interpret it.
Right? Yeah. No. Exactly. So, like, what was the point? Jace was
that
there.
Would have gave it. That would have not only made Jace's death more tragic, along with what I said earlier, but it would have put even more stakes into the battle. Because that's the queen's son, or one of the queen's sons.
Yeah, both of them are there. Like, what do you like? Why would you remove them from the story? And also, why did you make them like 2-year-olds? Like, I think they're like 10 years old in the books.
Yeah, they're supposed to be a lot older, and I would only assume that casting younger actors is harder, because obviously it's harder to work with children, or it would have made everyone's life a lot easier if you just did what you were supposed to and casted them at the correct age, right? Like it would
Dude,
have
yeah.
helped all parties involved, and it would have made a lot more sense.
Like, what are you guys fucking doing over there, bro? Like, what are you gonna do with Aegon and Viserys? Be for real. Like, are they just gonna be chilling in Pentos? Like, how are
I
we
mean,
gonna
yeah,
give
at
them
this point,
trauma? We need to give them a
I
little
just
bit of
think,
trauma.
yeah, at this point, I just think they're gonna be in Pentos.
Yeah, but like, bro, for the aftermath of the dance, you don't give her two sons trauma, and you don't have Tyrion Lannister. Now, like for the ending of the entire series, like for whenever season 4 ends, like I'm not too excited. I'm more concerned. Like, what the fuck are you guys gonna do? Like, how are you gonna end this story now? I think it's gonna be a good season, and I still think it has a lot of potential, but I'm definitely concerned. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not there yet. I'm not that concerned. From a
Mm-hmm.
scale of 1 to 10, I'm at like a 2 right now.
And like again, I didn't care. Like a lot of people were complaining about Reyna even showing up to begin with, but it's like I mean, I'll let you take that one. But
I mean, in my opinion, that was probably worse than what they did with Aegon and Viserys.
mhm,
Just because, like, if you remove her from the equation, I feel like the episode would have gone from like an 8 out of 10 for me to like a 9 out of 10.
mhm.
And I'm just kind of tired of the show like leaning into accidents and mistakes.
That's true.
Like Ryan, like Ryan Condo and the showrunners are getting way too comfortable with this trope, and I don't know where they found it from, but I hope they got it out of their system early and that we don't have
Mhm.
to see it again. Because how many times are you gonna play out the same trope where it's a misunderstanding, it's an accident, now we got friendly fire. It's just all huge misunderstanding,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
such a cop out, dude. And it's like if someone's an asshole, like let them be an asshole. Like it doesn't have to be a mistake. I'm saying that for Allison in the first two
Yeah.
seasons because Allison is supposed to be ruthless and not this whole like, oh, I don't know, my best friend, da 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 da. She fucking hated Rhaenyra, so I don't know.
And also, I know Reina, the character, probably feels like this entire time that she's basically been like useless and not
Mhm,
able to contribute in the way that she wanted to. So like
mhm,
obviously if she sees her the Velaryon fleet getting attacked, like she's gonna want to do something now that she has a dragon.
mhm,
But don't you think common sense would make you feel like, oh, this is a wild dragon that I just claimed and I can't control?
mhm.
Maybe I should sit this one out.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
don't know. Like, will be running through my head.
Yeah, but you got to remember, she's like also a kid, and also she was like this whole time. She's like, I wish I could help. She was so mad when she was sent over to the Vale. She's like, I can't do anything. I'm useless.
Well, I wonder what she's gonna think now, because
Yeah,
she basically had a huge influence or a huge part in Jace's death,
yeah,
and she had a part in burning like dozens of Valarian ships. So
hmm
I really hope she feels like shit. Sorry,
yeah. I
but
mean, she definitely will. Like, she showed up and she was like, "Wow, this is not going the way I wanted it to." And then it was crazy
and
that
this
it was kill.
and
Sheep Stealer could have killed Bela.
yeah, and this kind of plays into I feel like Jace could have done more in the Battle of the Gullet, and I think Reyna with the friendly fire kind of affected that because he might. What if he wanted to do more, but like he felt like he was held back by Reyna and Sheepstealer. In order to stop her, he would have had to kill her, and
Hmm
it's hard to focus on destroying the enemy when there's like friendly fire happening all around him. So yeah, I feel like her not being able to control Sheepstealer and basically raining fire on her own ships
hmm
or on their own ships also played a part in the fact that Jace wasn't able to do as much as I wanted him to.
Yeah, yeah. I made it all very chaotic. I wonder if like Rhaenyra is gonna blame her. Like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like showing up, but it's like again, she was flying the Dragonstone. It's not like how you made the joke last episode that like, oh, she just had a feeling that the Gullet was happening. Like she saw
And
the
that's kind of what
ships.
happened.
No, but she saw
That's
the ships and
She
then
saw them, but
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of what
yeah,
happened.
yeah. That's kind of what happened, right? She was going home and then she got that. She hit a Yui, but no, I mean I don't know. I think Reina again. She's gonna go meet up with Damon and try to learn and try to really dominate Chief Stealer to obey. I wonder how her relationship with like Rhaenyra is gonna go because in the books like Rhaenyra hates Nettles and wants her dead at a certain point because she's like
I mean, if
brainwashing
you just
Damon.
insert Reina into the equation, it would make sense because she
Exactly,
might
yeah.
feel
So
like,
yeah, I wonder if that's
yeah,
the
because
route they're gonna go.
it might be.
Hmm
But yeah, any predictions for next episode?
So yeah, I mean, for next episode, for sure, Rhaenyra's going to King's Landing. Like she's showing up with the dragon seeds. They're taking it over. I feel like Aemon's gonna make it to Harrenhal. We'll probably see him either start tweaking out there or meeting Alice. Probably both. Um, I would say maybe Ormond and Daeron start moving up the Reach, start going up the Rose Road, try to meet up with, you know, Aemond or Kristen or whoever. And I do think that Kristen and Gawain and their party are gonna start advancing to Harrenhal. Maybe, maybe Aemond sends a raven before that they head out. Hey, I'm on my way. You could start moving up. Shit like that.
Do you feel like Rhaenyra might feel like it was a trap, like the whole deal with Alicent, since the Triarchy pulled up like probably the day after?
Yeah, and then she'll see, oh, conveniently Aegon's missing, huh? And Aemon just left the city, but yeah, she'll see that Aegon's gone. Aegon. And then
that's what I hope they lean toward that, because
yeah,
we can't have them like just be super cordial for
no, they're not
for
going to be. Like Alicent is gonna be fleeing the city and she's gonna get caught doing so, and then Rhaenyra is like, oh, you thought you were
yeah, that would make it more sus, because if she catches them trying to leave the city, plus everything you just said, like the Triarchy just pulled up on the Velaryons, then all of a sudden Aegon is missing, then all of a sudden you're trying to flee. Like this is all looking real sus.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have trusted you. And then Jace's words before he died were pretty much like, hey, how the fuck are you gonna trust her? So I'm sure it's all gonna lead to that. Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll see the Battle of the Honey Wine with Ormond and Daeron. I really, really don't think that they would do that off screen. If they do that off screen, my fucking God, I am giving up. My hope is out the window. Because how the fuck are you going to take away Daeron the Daring's moment? They can't do that off screen. I need to see the Battle of the Honey Wine. Nah, they won't. Let's see.
They need to establish that part of his character.
They need to give him a fucking line. They need him to say something.
A proper introduction.
Yeah.
In addition to Daeron the Daring moment.
Yeah, they better do something with Daeron like soon, because that was some bullshit. Not even giving him a line, no introduction, nothing. He's just like, he looks like Ormond's little serving man. Like, yeah, go get this guy a tent, bro. Yeah, go do this, go do that.
Well, that's his squire.
Yeah, his basically. Squire. Yeah, literally. So I don't know. I would like to see the Honey Wine next episode too, but we'll see.
Maybe. Do you think they would kind of mix up the sequence of events by doing the Honey Wine in episode 3? Or do you think they would do it before?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe they could do it in episode 3. But I guess the way that I'm looking at it would be the old Game of Thrones format where episode 9 is the penultimate and then episode, like the actual finale, is the wrap up. So in my head, this was episode 9, right? So next episode is going to be like the quote unquote finale of season 2. And then the third episode would actually be the first episode of season 3 in my head, right?
Yeah, I think some people that saw the first 2 episodes had been saying that, right? Or something.
Yeah. I've been seeing like whoever got the screeners, they were saying that, which it makes sense, dude. This was like this was a classic Game of Thrones episode 9.
Yeah, this was episode 9. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, bro. Too bad fucking budget.
Episode 8 of season 2, like as a finale, I didn't like, but if it was like the previous episode to an actual episode 9 and 10, it would have just been like whatever,
Yeah, but I really don't think that was like a strong first episode, but it was a strong episode 9. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm sticking with my 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with too. All right, that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure to check out the Clanking Dragons channel. I'll leave a link in the description, and be on the lookout for our next week's episode.
See you guys next week.
Peace.